Style Nikki G here. Alright, today I want to show you guys how to change an application shortcut into any icon that you want. And the best part about it is you can take it from any application that you want. So now, a lot of us know already how to change our icons, for instance, as you see on my UI here, into anything from an icon pack. But I want to teach you how to go into an actual application and steal one of its drawables and use it as an icon for another application. For instance, let's say you have a task killer and it gives you the option to choose which shortcut you want to put onto your user interface, which you see here, what I'm looking at now, what you're looking at now, and it gives you a choice between what you want it to look like. I want to show you how to go from another application and take that for that application. So the four things you're going to need for this is one, a rooted phone. Now, if you don't know what root is, you can look it up on YouTube. Just Google how to root your, YouTube, how to root your particular type of phone. And I just want to warn you that rooting your phone does open your phone up to awesomeness. You can do anything you want to your phone, including destroy it. So if you root your phone and you don't know what you're doing, I'm not held responsible for anything that you mess up, okay? So with that being said, the second thing you're going to need is either a type of root browser or application manager that allows you to go explore an APK of an application. So if the root browser allows you to do that, then you can do it from that. I personally like to use ROM Toolbox. It's a little bit of everything mixed into one. It gives you features that Titanium Backup and root browsers and even scripters and ROM management applications give you all into one application. Along with that, you're going to need a file browser, typical file browser that you may already even have on your phone. And then you're going to need the option to change the icons. Now, a lot of the phone launchers don't give you that option to do that. So I particularly like to use Go Launcher Prime. It does give me the option to change that. And what I mean by that is you go over to the option to the application shortcut. You hold down on it. Mine's locked. That's another great thing it gives you here. You unlock that there. You hold down on it, and it gives you the option to replace, rename, delete, or uninstall the application or the icon. Now, obviously, replace is what we use to do this. So if you don't have the option to do that on your launcher, you may be able to download an app that gives you the ability to do that. Otherwise, let's go ahead and show you what you got to do here. Now, the first thing you got to do is you're going to go into the application manager, the root browser, whatever it is that you have that gives you the option to get into the application's APK. Okay? Now be careful, because when you're in an application's APK, if you mess anything up, you'll destroy the application. If it's a downloaded application, you can always just re-download it after deleting it from your phone. But if it's a system application, yeah, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. So here we go. This is my ROM Toolbox. Bring that up for you here. Okay? ROM Toolbox. It gives me, as you can see, a lot of different options. The one that I'm going to be using is the App Manager. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started here. Takes a second. Just got to load up all my applications. Now from here, I can do backups for my apps and stuff. As you can see, if I scroll over here, I have backups to these. It backs up not only the app, but the app data. So I can just restore the whole thing. Let's say you download or you update an app, you don't like the update. I did that with Handset. I didn't like the update because it didn't give me the option to give me the bubble option that I had. So I just go ahead and restored it from my backup, and boom, I'm back to the old way again. That's a great thing about these application managers. But another great thing, and I'm going to actually show you from the application that I took mine from, is stealing things out of them. So here we go, System Panel. Now System Panel, if I open this up, right here it's going to give me some action options. I'm going to go to my advanced ones, and I'm going to go down to Explore APK. Now it'll get a little clearer what I'm talking about when I get into this. The RES is where the drawables are. Okay, I'm going to particularly go into this drawable here. I'm going to scroll down to the options. Now you can literally pick anything you see here on the left hand side to be the icon on your launcher. So this particular application offers what you see here from the top down to the small X here. I can choose any one of these to be the icon that is the shortcut on my launcher. And when I touch that, it'll end all my background processes. But I don't want to do that. I don't need it for that. I want to use my Greenify application to hibernate my apps when I touch it, but I don't like the way the shortcut looks. It's a leaf that has 3 Z's coming out of it, and I don't want that. I want something more simple. I want just the little tiny X. How do I do that? I have to steal it from another application. This is how you go ahead and do that. When you get into this screen here, go ahead and touch that, the particular one you want. It gives you 2 options in this particular application, and you're going to choose extract. Now when you extract that, it's going to give you the option to crop it, so you can go ahead and crop it any way you want, and then when you're finished and you save it, it will save into your internal memory, unless you have it set to go to your external, which chances are it'll be your internal memory under a folder that will be created called extracted. So you go ahead and extract that. It gives you the option. Okay, I'm not going to do it because I already did it. I'm going to go ahead, after you do that, I'm going to go ahead into your next step that you're going to do, which would be going into your file manager. I use Astro. That's what I swear by. It's great. Now you got my files too. Obviously one's going to be your internal storage, the other one's going to be your external. Okay, so now that I'm here, I'm going to go into my internal storage, and there you can see it right here. Now you could skip this process. I'm just doing this particular process here to show you where it's going to be. Chances are it will be there, but I would suggest you do this just so you know where it is exactly. And here you go. See the folder? In the second row, the first one says extracted. I go into that. There's the icon. Now you can't see it because the icon's white, and so is the background, so I'll highlight it so you can see it. There you go. There's my X. Okay? So now I know it's there. It's in a folder extracted under my internal SD card. So the next thing I'm going to do is go to the application shortcut. I'm going to hold down on it, and I'm going to hit replace. Okay? It's going to load up any themes that you may have or anything like that. I'm sure a lot of them have icon packs or icon packs you have. You can literally choose any of these that are offered, but I don't want those. I want what I want. So up here in the top right hand corner, the second one in looks like some mountains with a sun in the background. If I touch that, it gives me the option to explore through my phone to find this. I know where it is exactly, so I'm going to go right into my Astro File Manager. As you can see, it offers me my gallery. I can choose a picture if I want. I'm going to go into my Astro Manager, which is going to bring me to this screen, which is going to be a little confusing if you don't know where you are. So the simple way to do this is you're going to want to find your storage. Not your SD card, your storage. So let's go ahead and hit the phone, that little thing that looks like a phone on the top left. Boom. Brings you right to here. Let's scroll down until we see not SD card, but right after it's storage. When you hit storage, then it'll bring you to your SD card internal and external storage. So we're going to want to choose the internal one. Now you have 2 of them here. You have EXT SD card and SD card 0. Well, obviously EXT is external, so the other one's got to be the internal. So let's go ahead into that. And there's your extracted folder. Go ahead and open the folder and choose the icon. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to change this particular icon. Now, I'm doing this to an application shortcut. You can do this to widget shortcuts as well. Okay? In other words, what a widget shortcut would be as opposed to an application shortcut is if you touch a application shortcut, it opens the application. If you touch the application widget shortcut, it just simply activates or executes whatever action it's supposed to do, for instance, which would be maybe killing tasks rather than actually opening up the program that kills the tasks. So you go ahead and hit that, and right then and there, it'll actually, I'm sorry, now it gives you the option to crop. So before, like I said, it might not give, I said it gives you the option to crop. I think now is the time where it gives you the option to crop it. So you go ahead and crop it, do what you need to do to it. Go ahead and save it. And at the end of all this, you will end up with this thing up in the right hand corner, which is the X I chose. Now I'll show you exactly what it looked like before I changed it to the X, just so you have an idea of exactly what I'm talking about. So it was a shortcut, so I will go into my shortcuts here. Okay, and I'm going to scroll down. See this one here? It says hibernate now. It's a little leaf, a little maple leaf with the Z's on it. Okay, that's what it looked like. And after I did what I did, in the right top hand corner, this tiny little white X is what it looks like now. and I would touch it and show you that it still works, because it does still work. If I touch that, it'll execute the same process. Nothing changes about it, but if I did that, I would kill the program I'm using now to show you this video. So go ahead, try that out, play around with it, see how you like it. And remember, if you root your phone, I am not responsible if you screw anything up by going through these APKs, so do so with caution. And there's Natal Style Nikki G with another great app for you to mess around with. So I'm out.